Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm really sorry it's been ages. I know it's been a long time, but we just kind of got carried away with life and got really busy. But now is as good a time as ever to make a comeback. So today I wanted to talk about our sexuality before our polyamorous relationship. Chelsea's going to go first.
So I'm 21 and my whole life I was into boys. Like, I was never attracted to any other girl. And then I met her and it was weird. Like, I didn't think that I was attracted to her. You didn't think you were attracted to me, eh? But then...
I don't know.
But then we got closer, eh?
Yeah, we started spending heaps of time together.
Because, like, I think for me it was the emotional thing. Like, I wasn't attracted to you because you were a girl.
Oh, hey, yeah.
I was attracted to you because I liked who you were. Like, the person that you were.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, how that does.
Like, so even now, I'm still not attracted to girls. I'm only attracted to Adrian.
Is there a name for that? A label for it? Do we do
Sorry?
labels? We do
No.
labels.
Do we?
Sometimes. When they're in our favour.
Yeah, so I think my whole family think that I'm bisexual, but I'm not. I think it's called pansexual, where I'm not attracted to
A gender.
the gender, I'm attracted to the person.
So, and how do your family feel about that?
I think they're all fine. No one's had a problem with it or treated me differently because I'm with a girl.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I feel like that's it. That's me. Like,
Oh, you're
that's
so
my
lucky.
story.
Oh, okay.
Your turn.
Geez, that was only like a couple of minutes. Okay, so my story might take a little bit longer, but that's just because I'm a little bit older.
Just a little bit.
Okay, so, yep, so I've known for a long time that I like girls. I remember thinking about it when I was under 10. Yeah. But I didn't tell anybody because I felt ashamed and not normal. I felt really guilty about it too. I didn't think it would be accepted by my family. I was right, actually. It turned out that I was right about that. So I was raised in a really religious household, which I think I have mentioned before. But when I say religious, I mean like we would pray every night, before meals, go to church. God was number one in our house, which is, there's nothing wrong with that, except when it comes to persecution, about not living the life that God has laid out for you. You know, you hear all the jokes about, you know, it's Adam and Eve and not Adam and Steve, you know, all those kind of things. But, you know, it's a bit of a stink joke because literally it's the reason why I felt dirty, I kept it hidden, I didn't feel safe to share, I felt alone. It was pretty crap. So I kept my secret hidden, and I, for the most part, to the world, I behaved the way that girls are expected, I suppose, you know, and I chased after boys and, you know, had boyfriends. And when I turned 18 years old, I met a girl and we really liked each other, so we were in a relationship. Unfortunately, it was a secret and we couldn't tell anybody. We waited a few months and we talked about it and decided that it was best to tell our family where things were at, so we both did. She went to her parents, I went to my parents, well, my mum, and then after we disclosed our relationship, they absolutely ripped us apart, and that was the end of that. We were forbidden to see each other. Our relationship was over. There was a couple of sneaky phone calls, but we were both terrified of our parents, so we just let that go. It was really heartbreaking for me. I felt like I wasn't allowed to be who I am. So then I kind of, if you can, I went back into the closet and acted like I was straight. Nobody ever brought it up, that I'd had a relationship with a girl when I was 18 years old. It was ignored. We pretended that it didn't happen. I met Tristan and I told him that I'd had a relationship just before him with a girl, and so he always knew that I like girls, so I actually do like boys and girls. But in my relationship with Tristan, I kept that hidden too. I kept it to myself. Not that I kept it hidden, but I never brought it up. I never talked about it with him, openly. We acted like it didn't exist as well, until I met Chelsea, and then we didn't mean for anything to happen. We just hung out a lot, not by ourselves. We hung out with her friends, and she would come over to our place and we'd hang out with our family, kind of thing. When I knew that I liked her more than a friend, I had this really big internal war because of the upbringing I'd had, of my failed relationship before, and even memories of jokingly bringing up, in my late 20s, jokingly bringing up the fact that, I've had enough of men, I think I'm going to be a lesbian now. I brought it up in a joking manner, but I was seriously just trying to feel how my family would feel about it, how they would view it if I actually did do that. But it was a really bad reaction. It was horrible. And so, there was nothing that made me withdraw and feel isolated. I feel like I couldn't talk to anybody. So then when Chelsea did come along, and my heart started changing. I was really scared, and I think it was fair enough to say that I had good reason to be scared about the whole thing, but we discussed it, all three of us, and this is the path that we chose. It's been really hard. Some days have been horrific, just with people judging us. But at the end of the day, I think that you yourself have to do what it is that makes you feel okay with yourself, Live the life that you want. Because at the end of the day, no one else is going to live your life for you. It has to be you, and you have to be. The things that you practice and the way that you practice should be in line with the person that you are. If you're the kind of person who wants to be a loving partner, who wants to be a great wife, or who wants to be an awesome mum, then everything that you do should be in line with that, or should be pushing you towards that. I want to live the life that makes me the happiest, or that makes me feel the most grateful. And this is it for me. And this means, that I have to try, because I want to be a good partner, not just to Chelsea, but be a good partner to Tristan as well. And it's all about trying, There is no perfection. Nobody is perfect. We all have to do the best that we can. And we do. We do the best that we can with the knowledge that we have at the time. So I think that's all we can ask of ourselves. Practice things that are in line with your goals and values, and be true to who you are. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you just saw, please give us a big thumbs up and click the notification bell so that the next time that we upload, you'll know first. Kia ora. That's it.